Time Management 101, Capture Everything, Clear Your Mind. Have you ever noticed that the more you try to remember everything, the harder it becomes to focus on anything? Could it be that our brains aren't designed to store tasks, but to process them? I have seen that the most productive people don't rely on memory to keep track of commitments. They offload everything into a trusted system. Is it possible that the key to reducing stress and increasing efficiency isn't working harder, but freeing up mental space? I've noticed that in many people's daily routines, tasks pile up in their minds like an overflowing inbox. Have you ever found yourself mentally juggling things you need to do, only to forget something important later? It's exhausting, isn't it? Now imagine if every task, idea, or commitment had a dedicated place outside your brain, somewhere you could trust to hold the information until you need it. Could it be that the fastest way to stay on top of everything is to write it down before you forget? And here's what makes this method powerful. It doesn't just help you remember, it frees you to think more clearly. I have seen that when people capture everything, whether in a notebook, an app, or a planner, they no longer waste mental energy trying to recall tasks. Have you ever noticed that when your mind isn't cluttered with unfinished to-dos, you feel more present, more creative, and more in control? Could it be that real productivity isn't about doing more at once, but about focusing fully on one thing at a time? But this requires a habit shift. I have seen that many people resist writing things down, trusting that they'll just remember. But this only leads to stress, missed details, and mental fatigue. Have you ever considered how much more effective you could be if your brain didn't have to store every idea and task, but could instead fully engage in the work at hand? Could it be that the difference between overwhelm and clarity is as simple as capturing everything in a trusted system? And then there's the benefit of reducing stress. Have you ever experienced that nagging feeling that you're forgetting something, but you can't remember what? I have seen that when people offload their tasks, they eliminate the mental weight of uncertainty. Could it be that peace of mind isn't about having less to do, but about knowing that nothing is slipping through the cracks? And what about decision-making? Have you ever noticed that when your mind is overloaded, even small choices feel harder? I have seen that when tasks are written down, priorities become clearer, deadlines feel manageable, and procrastination decreases. Could it be that the best way to stay organized isn't about doing everything immediately, but about knowing exactly what needs to be done next? So, if the most productive people clear their minds by capturing everything externally, what would happen if you made this a daily habit? What if, instead of relying on memory, you created a trusted system to hold every task, commitment, and idea? Could it be that the simplest way to reduce stress, improve focus, and stay on top of everything is to stop storing tasks in your brain and start putting them where they belong?